Let's quickly on our Sunday recap, because we kind of got in a conversation of coaching, which we tend to do because I think it's something that you and I keep an eye on. When you look at a first-year head coach and you look at where they're coming from and what they're headed to me, there wasn't a better fit in the country in the coaching side than Mario Cristobal at Miami. There just wasn't. I just thought it was dead on, 100%. This is what it's going to take. Paul, we watched a good portion of this game in studio yesterday. It was me, Joey Galloway, and Dan Mullen. They got absolutely pummeled. Not by NC State, not by Clemson, not by Virginia Tech, not by Florida State, by Duke. Pummeled. It's going to be a process in Miami.
Yeah, and I like Cristobal. In fact, a couple of weeks ago, I was on Sports Center and I unloaded on the program, and I said they're the biggest fraud in college football, which they are. And I got a text from Cristobal that night saying, "Hey, man, you know me. I mean, this is going to be a tough turnaround." And he's right. That doesn't excuse losing to Duke, though, which is a bigger turnaround. But I do believe, and I can't back this up, Matt.
Okay.
Probably there's no evidence to support what I'm about to say, that he will turn the corner.
I do too.
So that's a program that I feel better about than the one that we were talking about 5 years in and an $86 million buyout.
Look, thing with Miami I was watching it yesterday. I was like, how do you sell people coming down to that stadium?
No.
How do you do it?
You can't.
I think that's part one, because then when I look at South Carolina and Williams-Brice, what the atmosphere that was there last night, when you look at all these other games, when you looked at Eugene and their atmosphere against UCLA, you look at all these stadiums that are right there on campus, and then you turn on Miami, you're like, well, you want people to go on the freeway. You want people to go X amount of miles away from – it's just bizarre. It makes zero sense.
And the worst part for them, it's one thing if Miami plays a Saturday night game, it's a little bit disguised, but when they're playing one of those noon or 3 o'clock games, I mean, it's like you're going to the mall. There's nothing there. And I don't think that's easily overcomable. I do think, though, obviously they got the John Ruiz character going for them. I don't know how far he goes in terms of, throwing good money after bad, but I think it becomes a lot more of an issue in a year or two.
Yeah,
it is now, but I can't imagine being a Miami fan right now. It would be insufferable.
With all the money they have, man, build an on-campus stadium.
I think that's the only way.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.